Are you looking for the best dishwasher pods? We've got these right here, these My Clean dishwasher detergent tablets. So I figured we'd do a little test today to see how well they dissolve. This company did send this to me so I could show this off to you guys, so thank you to them for partnering with me on this. Go ahead and open this bad boy on up and see what we got on the inside. So they do come all nice and individually wrapped just like that. If you guys find this video helpful, definitely appreciate you guys hitting that helpful right there. Helps me out. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and tear one of these open. So you're going to have to open each one. Simply put it down into the bottom of the bowl, just like that. And let's run some water over this bad boy so we can see how it works, how it disintegrates, what it does once it comes into contact with water. Go ahead and put the whole pitcher in here. Alright, so as you can see, first of all, you got some good bubblage going on right there. So that means that there is some kind of detergent in there that's working. And then, can y'all see that? Right on top of the tablet, there's little tiny bubbles coming up from there. It's releasing that cleaning agent that you're going to want. This is definitely gonna probably dissolve a little bit faster also if you use hot water, just because hot water tends to break down things a lot better than just regular old, tap water, room water right here. Let's see, let's go ahead and grab that Mike Vance knife right there. Wait a minute, we're not opening anything. Why do we need the Mike Vance knife? I figured we'd just kind of stir it around a little bit, move it around, because once it gets into the dishwasher has all those power jets and all that type of stuff, the water coming through all those little holes and moving around. So I figured this thing might kind of get knocked around a little bit while it's doing its cycle. So I figured that we could kind of move it around just to see what it does within here. Okay, let's give it a rest. By the way, you get a ton of these in this bag as well. You can see how many are in there, and they're all nice and individually wrapped. Does it say how many? These are the fragrance-free ones. Okay, we'll have to check that out. 100% plastic-free, cuts, grime, and grease, free from fragrances and dyes. So there's like no junk in this. That's awesome. They're 15 grams each, and you can get either 30 or 60 tablets. This one, this one on the back on the barcode, it says it's 60 pods in this one. So that was generous of them to be able to hook that up for us. As far as smell is concerned, yeah, there's no smell coming out from that. That's awesome. So if you don't like to have like a smell going on with your detergent, this would be perfect for that. I can definitely see how it's starting to break down. You can see on the top right there, those little white beads coming up. Look, let's go ahead and pick it up just because I'm curious to know what it feels like. So this is the little beads that I was talking about. It's definitely breaking down. They're coming out onto my finger right there. This is what your bottom looks like right there. Go ahead and drop that back on in. So it's looks like a slow release type of detergent, which is great, so that as the dishwasher is washing all of your dishes, it'll get that first activation from there to where it can start to get rid of some of that grit and grime and grease. And then once it's gotten done that, there's still plenty left over to be able to do like a second wash, basically, if you think about it that way, because there's a good amount of detergent in that little pod right there. Let's see, let's go ahead and swirl it around a little more with that good old Mike Vance knife right there. And we'll see how this thing works. I really like that it's taking a long time to dissolve, because that means that throughout the entire cycle of the dishwasher, it's going to slowly release and slowly clean things as it runs. And you can still see those little bubbles coming up off the top right there. And I really like how these things are individually wrapped in a little wrapper like this, as opposed to those the pods that have the plastic that are already surrounded them, and you put the plastic in the dishwasher as well. I prefer not to have to use those because, one, you may not know if that thing's going to disintegrate all the way, and if it does, that could mess up your dishwasher. But two, like having that type of plastic kind of mixing around and getting hot with everything else that's in the dishwasher, that just doesn't seem like it's the best that you can get. So may as well go with something like this so that it's totally clean. And like I said, there's no dyes, there's no fragrances or anything like that added to it. So whenever you go to use your plates and your dishes and your forks the next time, you know that there's none of that, like a film or anything like that on your plates or anything. So that's super cool. Let's see, I want to pick it up again, take another look at it. Yeah, you can definitely see how it's starting to use up some of this right here. Should we break it? Can I break it? I don't even know if I can. Yeah, that's tough, man. These things are put together well, which is great because, some of those powdery ones can get all over the place. Or those ones that come wrapped in the wrapper, like if they accidentally come undone, that powder stuff gets all over the place and it doesn't get time to release like it should. So if y'all are looking for some excellent dishwasher pods that don't have a bunch of junk in them, y'all definitely should go and check out these right here from My Cleanse. These look very nice. I can't wait to get these into our dishwasher. In fact, I think I'm going to do a follow-up video on how these things perform for us, so y'all can definitely look for that. But y'all definitely go and grab y'all some of these if this is something that you want. Let me know if this was helpful. If it was, definitely appreciate you guys hooking that up for me right there. Thank y'all for watching, and Dad out.